But let's move on to another team here. We got the Florida Gators, and the big fish in the sea for the Gators to chomp down on is Chip Kelly. Tom, I got to say, if there was ever a coaching job for Chip Kelly to come back to, this is the one. This is the one. Isn't this the one? Where else could he go?
I think.
Can't go back to the Pac-12.
Ooh, could he?
No, come on.
He go back to Pac-12. It'll be fun. Look, I think I'm very curious to see what Chip Kelly does because pretty much every college job that comes open, he gets linked, and for good reason. He's a great college head coach, and Florida would be a great job. I think Kelly and Florida could do some great things down there. Mm-hmm. With that said, I think it's less can Florida get him as opposed to does Chip Kelly want to be the Florida head coach. If he does, I think it'll happen. And I think in the end, it's not really up to Florida. What they, I was thinking try and pitch him hard, and give him a big old check. But I think it's very much on Chip Kelly's side of things. The ball's in his court. If he says, "I want to be the Florida head coach," they're going to make it happen.
I have to imagine. Think of the college jobs that Chip Kelly would be attracted to come back for.
Big name jobs that can win big.
And I have to imagine that Florida has to be one of the top 4 names on the list. I think the only other names that Chip Kelly might come back for, Notre Dame would definitely be on that list. USC would probably be on that list as well. Florida would probably be on that list as well. I don't really know what it would be after that. We have a comment coming in here from Matt Rutherford. Scott Frost to Nebraska, Kelly to Florida, Mullen to Tennessee, Morris to A&M, and Kiffin to Oregon State. Morris?
Let's break these down here. He means Chad Morris, the SMU head coach. I do think that makes a lot of sense for A&M, and I think that'd be a nice quality hire. Chad Morris knows the area well. I think that'd be a nice fit there. Dan Mullen, Tennessee is one that's been linked. I think the best case scenario for Tennessee is that they get John Gruden. Yep. If Chip Kelly gets Florida, I think that does Chip Kelly does go to Florida. I think that clears the path for Scott Frost in Nebraska. Kiffin to Oregon State would be interesting.
That'd be a fun one.
That'd be a fun one.
I could see Lane Kiffin to the Pac-12.
You know the first chance Kiffin gets, or at least one of the better chances he gets, he's going to make the jump.
Oh, for sure, 100%. There's no question for that at all. So speaking of Scott Frost, we bring him up back here as a candidate for the Florida Gators job. And to be totally honest, Tom, I think this is a match made in heaven. Look, I understand the appeal of Chip Kelly. I do. But there's still a part of me that doesn't actually believe that Chip Kelly is a good head coach. There's a part of me that thinks that Chip Kelly's best days are behind him. Whereas, honestly, Tom, the future is Scott Frost. And I really do think that the best years are ahead for Scott Frost. He reminds me of what we had in Chris Peterson coming out of Boise State. He went to Washington and has created a fantastic program up there.
He was at Boise for a long time.
Back when he was at TCU, even though he's still at TCU, he was a candidate to leave and has turned TCU into a real program. This is what Scott Frost looks like to me.
That's fair. There's been a lot of rumors around this Florida job that have been going around. There'd been one that they were very close to hiring Chip Kelly. I think I saw one unverified one from Twitter that it was going to be announced today. Clearly did not happen.
I'm not going to watch.
Not going to happen. That was very close to inaccurate news there. Scott Frost, the rumor was that Steve Spurrier wanted him. And Spurrier tweeted that, nope, I'm not trying to push for anyone for the job, but I don't know if I really believe that. But I think Scott Frost is very much in the mix.
Kind of more like a hint, wink, wink, sign the really good interstate guy.
Scott Frost is in the mix there for that job, and that's why Nebraska needs to get going. They need to fire Mike Riley and move on.
And the last candidate that we have here, the head coach of Mississippi State, Dan Mullen, who has done, another coach who's done a great job of reviving a program. They're a decent competitor almost every year now. They're in a lot of games. He obviously did great work with Dak Prescott when he was there. Though I got to say, Dak Prescott, for as good as he's been in the NFL, was not amazing at Mississippi State.
He was really good.
He was good.
He was really good.
Yeah,
he was really good. You're misremembering.
His completion percentage was bad. But Dan Mullen is, for my opinion, a good enough head coach. I think him taking the Florida job would be good. Experience in the SEC, experience
ties to Scott Strickland, the AD.
As well, and also just experience against top-flight teams. He's coached and played in big games before, which, for my money, is a big deal. You'll see a lot of these college quarterbacks come out. They've never played in a big game in their lives before, and they go up into a big game and they get throttled. Dan Mullen has played in big games before. I think he'd be a good fit for them as well.
I think, as has been pointed out in the comments, there are some ties there to Tennessee. I wouldn't be surprised here if, in the end, Dan Mullen ends up going somewhere else and tries to get a new job at a better SEC school, be it Tennessee, be it Florida.
Mm-hmm.